In this video, I'm going to attempt to explain ReZero in 5 minutes. ReZero is an isekai anime. If you're not familiar with that genre, essentially what happens is you die in one world, you get unalived in one world, and you get transported to a new world. That is the visa you need to go to this other world. The main character of ReZero is called Subaru. Not to be confused with the car Subaru, even though he does require a lot of maintenance for longevity. Our main character is very weak. He's probably the weakest MC I've ever seen. There's nothing special about this guy. He basically treats death like an Olympic sport. That is his superpower. He dies a lot, over and over again. Now, you might have caught that. He dies a lot. Let me explain. I know death is supposed to be final. You get one try at death the way you get one try at life. But in this guy's case, he gets to die over and over again, which brings me to his ability. His ability is called Return by Death. That is literally the core of this entire anime and what makes it a bit different from your regular run-of-the-mill isekai. You see how horrible that sounds. Return by Death doesn't sound pleasant, and it's just as horrible as it sounds. It's pretty bad, but it does come with some advantages. So let's go with the advantages before we go with the drawbacks. Advantages: when he does die from fighting an opponent, he comes back with more knowledge than before and gets to try again, even though he might end up dying a gazillion more times before he figures out a way. He basically gets unlimited tries, kind of like you playing a video game, right? Every time you die in a Souls game, you come back, you learn to the point where the boss becomes light work. Is the exact same thing. The drawback though is that every time he dies, the people around him, his relationships, and the memories of everyone else about him gets reset to the point where he was restored. So if he made friends in the evening and then gets restored back to the morning, well, those friends are no longer his friends. He's gonna have to go and do it again. Creates a lot of awkward situations for him, as you might have guessed, because he knows things that were gonna happen or things that are people are supposed to be XYZ, and he can't explain to anyone why it's happening, because every time he tries to tell anyone about his ability Return by Death, a mysterious entity literally tries to squeeze his heart in his chest. I'm not making this up. So it's kind of tough because this whole ordeal can be very traumatizing. Some of the opponents he faces are essentially superhuman, and he has to go through this alone with this knowledge alone. He gets to face all these moments, and all through this stuff, he keeps an uplifting mood. He does his best. He tries to put up a smile and tries to lead, because he understands that a leader isn't about being the coolest or the strongest. It's about being able to willingly carry the burdens of others silently without anyone knowing the trauma and the amount of deaths you've been through just to get them to that point. He could have easily just ignored these people and be selfish and live his own life, but because he's formed real relationships with these guys that may not remember who he is, his love for them is genuine. He's willing to die over and over again to ensure that they live. And that's one of the most beautiful things about this character. He's weak. He can't fight. He doesn't get stronger. It's not like he's solo leveling like Jinwoo or anything. He literally has negative aura, if I'm being honest with you. He starts off with the aura deficit. But that's what makes Subaru great. All he has is the ability to come back again and his mind. Nothing else. He's an average Joe. He's not even the best human. It's not like a David Goggins or a Habib Nurmagomedov. He's just a regular run-of-the-mill Joe. And he's here fighting literal superhumans, people that could destroy you. And he dies in the worst way possible. And he willingly goes into these situations knowing fully well he's going to die and suffer excruciating pain. And that is the beauty of the series. That's the beauty of the main character, Subaru. He shows you the importance of friendship. Big theme in most of these modern animes. But he shows you also that it's okay to ask for help when things are a bit much, because that's the only way he survives. He's not strong, like I said, but with his knowledge from dying or facing certain enemies, he cannot craft off a plan to then go ahead and win the battle. That's essentially ReZero in a nutshell. He does have a love interest, Emilia, and he also has a side chick, Rem, who's basically sims for him. She's the best girl, by the way. Rem is, I'm not doing her justice. I'm trying to give you guys not too much because I don't want to spoil the series, but I also want to give you a gist of what to expect if you decide to watch it. So if you guys want to look into it, I'll definitely recommend it. If you're one of those people with attention deficit disorder, it might be a bit hard because it can drag on a bit and it's a bit slow, but it's worth the watch if you can pay attention. It's not like your high octane Jujutsu Kaisen or Attack on Titan, but it's definitely a good watch. Yeah, I think that's under 5 minutes. That's it, ReZero. If you have any questions, leave in the comment section below. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and also let me know your anime recommendations, or if you want to see more like this. But that is it for me. I have nothing else to add here. That is it. The video is over. Thank you for watching to this point, and I'll see you guys next time.